What is going on, you beautiful lunatics? Guys, I'm face to face with you today because we have important stuff to talk about. And I felt it was better to really look you in the eyes when we have that conversation. Of course, I'm not really looking in the eyes, but you get what I'm saying. The purpose of Luna Classic, the purpose of this revival is one word and one word only. And that word is right here: community. If we are a community and we're united, then we're going to take this thing to a whole new level. Do we hit $110 per token? Probably not. Do we hit $40 billion valuation? Maybe. Do we do it with more tokens? Probably. But there are plenty of different aspects that are going on right now, like the mothballing of USTC and creating USTN, how it repegs to Luna Classic, how much burn happens, how the process plays out, what the limits are. So a lot of different pieces. So we're going to talk about price action, and then I'm going to talk to you again one more time. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.
Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid.
All right, guys, this is the short-term breakdown on the price action chart. We are basically in a parallel channel right now, waiting for something to move. Now, it is said, and I'm not sure whether it is accurate or not, but I just read about it. So I'm going to have to assume that it's 100% true, that today we are going to see some more burn come from Binance because of the 1.2% deposit and withdrawal. And it was in one of their sheets. So I assume that that's what we're going to see today. Now, in the meantime, what we've got is another bull flag pennant that's shown up because we've got this coming down here, and then we've got this parallel channel over here. Now, when that plays its way out, which most probably will lead to some downside down here before we start to make any kind of bounce for some relief. And the reason for that is very simple. If you look over here, then you can see that the market is really, really, really starting to pump. The Dow overnights were up 300 points the last time I checked. That could change at any moment, by the way. But if you look at the UK 100, we've got a relief rally of 2%. Stock 600, we've got a relief rally of 2.39%. Starting to see U.S. oil tick back up. The Dow Jones had a monster day yesterday, 2.66%. The Korean index was 2.5%. The only index that suffered any, and it was really sideways the entire time, was the Chinese index in Shanghai that was down 0.55%. Now, what that did is that created a relief rally for a lot of different prime tokens. When the prime tokens start to make their pumps, what does that do? Well, it drains alternative tokens. And at this point, we are considered basically an alternative token. Now, there will be pumps, there will be dumps. We are doing some sideways trading up and down these channels. And they're very, for the most part, predictable and easy to play if this is what you're trying to do, day and swing trade. You can see it right here. But the important part is this: overall, where are we going? And that's what we're going to talk about. It is very easy for you to have an opinion about what to do with USTC, but you have to consider $90 million, I believe, is still owed to people because of USTC. And that's not what we can fix. We don't have a fix for that. There's no way to repair what's going on with USTC because the problem still exists. But the problem is the carrying of debt. That's a problem for Luna 2. That's a problem for Do Kwon. That should not be a problem for us. That should not be a problem for the Terra Rebels. That should not be a problem for any investors coming back into a product that was otherwise dead. So we have to move on from USTC, and that creates USTN. And how does that work? Well, the first thing is it's an algorithmic fungible token. And that is a fancy way of saying that it's a tradable token that has an algorithm to it. That's it. With the idea being that we would like to keep it at or near $1 for price point perspective. It will not be a stable coin, but it will be something that every time you buy some UST, like for example, if you as an investor bought 10,000 USTN, right? And it's minting 10,000 new USTN. Well, then 6,000 of that USTN dollars is going to go immediately to a buy process in which, and this is going over the market cap, by the way, in for any new USTN, but it will then buy new tokens and burn those tokens. They will disappear. So this UST represents a burn process. And when you sell the USTN, it will also just disappear. Those tokens, they're not transferred. USTN doesn't move around. USTN is minted when you come in, and it is burned when you leave. So it's a very simple process. It's going to be wrapped with TWBTC, which is Terra wrapped Bitcoin, which is something that we probably need. So, there's a lot of things that are going on, and there are things that we should be positive about, and there are issues that we probably should not be arguing or fighting about in this, even though we are, and we're doing it in some instances just because we feel like we need an argument. But we don't need an argument. What we need right now is we need unity and we need strength. Now, that doesn't mean you have to agree with everything. It just means that you have to support the process. And if you don't support the process, move out of the way. Maybe this is not the token for you. Maybe there's another token out there that's more representative of what you want. But in the short term, to turn this around, we really need all hands on deck. We need people who are willing to give ideas first. No idea, by the way, is solid at this point. This USTN, this is a new idea, a new thought process, a new moment, right? So if we reject it as a community, then we do it as a community. We don't just do it because somebody's mad about it. But there is no path forward for USTC. So when you come to the table with ideas, come to the table with ideas on how USTN can help burn tokens. And remember, once the tokens are burned in this process, then we have to go back to normal. So it can't just be a nonstop burn to burn everything down to one token. So come up with a solution. If you have one, present it. Let people know that it exists. Let people know. Make your voice heard. There are plenty of places, especially the agora.terra.money. There are plenty of opportunities for you to have an idea. Even if you're not a good programmer and you just have the seedling of an idea, now is your time. There is no other time. This is your moment. So if you have an idea, let it shine. Go to the Agora and let people know what it is. Go to Discord. Let people know what that idea is. Let's engage and let's figure out a solution. But here's the thing. The clock is ticking. At some point, people are going to lose focus. They're going to lose interest. This market is going to rally pretty soon. That means that we're going to struggle, most probably. When that happens, people will find other things. Now, here's the thing. What happens at that point is you peel away several investors. And those several investors peel away several more investors because they find new projects. There's always a new project out there. So this should be an all hands on deck solution time for all of us to come up with an idea, come up with a way to bring Luna Classic forward, to create use cases, to create utility, to create a reason for it to exist in this ecospace, and to create the strongest blockchain that can possibly be created, and to support the people that are doing that. If you can do that, then this is the thing for you. If you can't, maybe it's not the token for you to invest in. But that's a decision only you can make. I can't make that for you because I am not a financial advisor. But it's not financial advice. My name's Bleaves. I am always right. And we will talk to you guys again very, very soon.
I'm trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways.